Okay. Um, it's been about 24 hours now since it happened. I think we've all taken the time to really process this. And think I think we're all ready to talk about CLEXA. So, I'm incredibly new to the 100 fandom. That isn't to say it hasn't been in my field of view for a long time. I mean, what prompted me to get into it because it's all over my Tumblr dashboard. And of course, because there's lesbians in it, because there's queer women in it, it's obviously was just something I latched onto. You know, when we find something that we identify with, when you see yourself, it's important. But I mean, just recently, this a week ago, I sat down, I binge watched the whole show. It just, it feels really shitty. You invest so much time into something, even if it's so short, and then it just gets taken away from you. Like that. Last night was really oddly rough for me. I don't normally get worked up. And I didn't think it would affect me as much as it did. This one Anon came to my ask box and sent me a whole thing about, you know, I don't know how old they were. They must have been young. About how they were so nervous coming out as an ace lesbian to their mom, and just how that was taken away from them. And then just thinking about how I'm usually someone who's able to help people, who's able to give them something to talk about or give them some hope. And I just couldn't. It was a weird experience, and it was a sad experience. When you always try to be the mom friend, but you can't because this shit keeps happening. It shouldn't be happening. It's 2016, and it wasn't even something I even really thought about. It's like you read about it, you hear about it, you see it, but you don't really process it until you get something really, really good, like what CLEXA was. And then the same goddamn tropes still happen. And it really hurt. Even in the short amount of time that I was watching, that I was in this fandom, it was getting the same treatment as the hetero couples in the show. It was getting the same treatment as any hetero relationship in any other show. And then just to have it ripped away from us. I think it would have hurt less if they didn't build us up to it. And not just them building us up to it. There's so many problems with it. The way it was taken from us, the way we were given so much hope that it would be okay. It just says something when once again we're told we can't be happy, that we deserve to die. We get sexualized, murdered, and it just really, really hurts. And I did actually end up crying last night, and I don't usually cry at a lot of things. But what got me was when just seeing pictures of Lexa smiling, when she's in the bed with Clark. She was happy. She was so goddamn happy for the first time in her life. Or maybe second. I mean, who knows with Kostya. I'm pretty sure they had something special there. She was happy. We were happy. I remember I made like a million text posts, like shit posts, just celebrating like how happy I was, that everyone was, in those 5 glorious minutes that we got. And then no one expected that it would just be taken away from us. I think what I'm trying to say is that we don't deserve this, and we're tired. Showrunners really need to realize what they do. They need to see this, and they need to stop it. I think what hurts a lot was that Jay Roth was really sort of rooting for it from the beginning. and he was on our side, and he knew what he was doing, he knew what he was writing, and he even said that he knew the trope, and he did it anyway. It's trust, and I've lost it, and I don't know when I'm gonna get it again. And I'm still guilty of it. I'm still hoping that something good is gonna come out of this. I mean, she could implant the chip, and her and Lexa could have literal dream sex. I don't know. The fact of the matter is she would still be dead. And she just wouldn't exist. I just really hope one day it's going to be better. I really hope for all the young queer kids who are watching that it gets better. And it's come to the point where I want to say it gets better, but I don't know how much longer I can genuinely say that. Because I don't know if I even believe it anymore. There needs to be some change.